What the heck was that offense?
Welcome, Bears fans, to the Everything Bears Show, your home for Everything Bears. Oh, God. And
tough game to watch, wasn't it?
It was miserable. I haven't had a shitty time watching a Bears game like that since week 2.
It wasn't quite as bad as week 2, but still felt as helpless as week 2.
Yeah, it might as well have been week 2. The only difference is they didn't put up 52 points, but sure as hell felt like they were gonna. We couldn't stop a crosser to save our life.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, it was a weird game, right? I'm sitting there just pissed off at the defense the whole game. And then before bed, I'm really sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I can't be pissed off at the defense. Like, for as many yards as they gave up, they still kept them out of the end zone for a majority of that game and kept them in it. It was the offense. Like, where the hell did the offense go?
When Ben says at a press conference that he simplified the offense, it was like, why? Why did you do that? So that because I think his theory was he thought the guys would play faster, but all it seemed was that they weren't playing faster. They were dropping balls. They couldn't get a run going. They just looked, the whole roster looked flat.
It did.
The whole team. I don't know if they were like, are they, could it have been a mental thing? Are they already on Green Bay? Are they already in that first round of the playoffs mentally?
Man, I don't think I could go that far. But like, I knew we were in trouble fairly early on when we couldn't run the ball. I was like, this is the first time that I remember since the early weeks before the bye that we would turn around and hand it off and lose yardage.
Yeah.
In that first drive, I pulled it up real quick because I was kind of curious. 8-yard pass, 1-yard run, 7-yard run, 3-yard run, 2-yard run, -1 yard run, incomplete, punt. So 2 runs starting first down, first and 10, 2-yard run, second and 8, -1. So now you're 3rd and 9 when you ran the ball twice. When was the last time we seen that with this offensive line?
Before the bye.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were missing a bunch of guys on defense. Like, I don't know if the attitude just wasn't set, if they just came out flat, if they just wanted to get into the playoffs. I don't know. But it was, I mean, the offense put that defense in a horrendous position. The whole first half, the defense was on the field.
Yeah. You know what I thought too? I mean, speaking of keeping the theme going, uh, it, Darnell Wright, not a great game, Buster. Not a great
No.
game.
Listen, man, you're graded the 4th right tackle in the league. I'm not saying you gotta shut Aiden Hutchinson down because he's one hell of a player,
It's a
but you
monster.
at least gotta fucking slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Caleb was
damn.
feeling that pass rush all
Mhm.
game consistently, and it
And
was
he
like,
was
oh my god.
yeah, he was coming off of both sides, and Theo couldn't match up with him at all.
No,
So
he schooled Theo,
yeah,
schooled him.
and when you have a DN that you can move around, it's tough to get a beat on him, to chip him, and everything else. I get that, but he's the one guy on that defense who can wreck the game, a la Max Crosby, and he
Hmm.
pretty much did in the first
Yep.
half.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah. You know, defense too. I mean, same fucking story. No pass rush. Zero fucking pass rush.
Mhm.
Like nothing. Couldn't stop the run. Gibbs was fucking all over the place. The fucking man coverage we kept running was getting killed
Why
on
don't you
corners. Killed.
throw that graphic up of that
Yeah,
you have
here,
ready for those guys?
yeah. Speaking of the crossers that we kept getting toasted on, how about
Uh-huh.
that?
The Burt Bros.
The burnt bros. These
Uh,
guys were getting fucking all game. I'm like, where's Tyreek? Get
mhm.
Ty because you want to talk about like man coverage. That's Tyreek's shit. How come Dennis Allen didn't know that? Oh, if I'm going to run a lot of man tonight, I better put Tyreek out there. Because I tell you what, Bears fans, and we all saw it. It's no mystery. I'm not breaking news right now. Jalen Johnson ain't 100%.
Mm-mm.
He's not. But he's still out there. He played like every fucking down, getting burnt. And it's just kind of one of those things where isn't that supposed to be like a coaching rule or something? Like if you're not 100%, we can't have you on the field because at this point you're just being selfish and you're hurting the team. I get it. You're a competitor. You want to be out there, but you're getting fucking lit up all night.
Yeah.
So you're sorry. I got to sit you. Tyreek, get in there. Let's go. Nope. Tyreek didn't play a fucking single down.
Have you been hearing any grumblings on the internet about that?
Well, I've heard on 670 The Score today, the radio guys were talking about like they want to see Tyreek in this game
Mhm.
against Green Bay.
So some of this stuff and reading all the social and staying on socials, a lot of people are starting to think that it was a quiet benching, that Tyreek did something,
Oh,
and he is falling out of favor with the coaches. Take it for what it is, rumors, whatever. But
yeah,
the
that'd be
fact of the
one hell
matter,
of
we
a
didn't see him.
rumor.
Yeah.
I,
So there was something. I don't know if
well,
something happened. If he
did
was
he like?
bitching about his role, I don't know.
Oh,
I
or
just started hearing some of it today.
late for a meeting or something? I don't
No,
know. It's him being a locker room problem.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. I
Oh,
don't want to start spreading it because it hasn't been confirmed, denied. But yeah, there's some grumblings out there, and that could just be people trying to read between the lines, stirring up shit. But
yeah. I wouldn't do that so much. I mean, I don't know. Like he had a great interview with Kevin Byard
mhm,
somewhere in the middle of the season. It was a great interview. The kid
that
sounded like
before
he
Washington.
matured and and he got the message. He's growing, he's maturing. It's a contract year. Is it or is it that next year?
I think it's next year.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Uh
contract years, though, you think Nashawn Wright lost himself a few $1,000,000 after that performance?
he might have lost himself a fucking roster, a spot on this team.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of assumed that he was probably going to get signed for big money somewhere else. I think over the last few weeks, this young man, now that he's not taking the ball away and getting picks or strips, he's
He's
kind of
just getting
fallen out of the
burnt.
limelight right
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So,
He's just getting toasted now. That's all he's doing is getting toasted.
mhm. The crossing routes across the middle, if that dude's got to open up his hips and run sideways, watch out. It's
It's
not good.
over.
Yeah, not good at all.
And I tell you what, Green Bay will have no problems running crossers on our ass. No problems.
Yeah.
Watson, Dobbs, the tight end, Josh Jacobs. I mean, I know we're not going to break down the Green Bay game just yet, but just,
No.
on in the theme of our corners getting fucking toasted, the upcoming matchup is a little worrisome, let's say. Let's just say I'm not as confident as I was, say, 2 weeks ago
Mhm.
about this team. With that kind of outing that they showed against Detroit, if they come out like that against Green Bay,
Yeah.
that's it, boys.
If they don't score in the first half against Green Bay, we don't have to stick around for the second half. I mean, as Bears fans and what we've been used to this year, obviously we will because anything can happen. But at the same time, thank you for getting rid of that. I really wanted to just go down and take a bite out of that toast. uh, but with that being said, man, let's let's try something new in the playoffs, right? Let's try to take a lead and play with a lead, with a two-score lead. We've
I
done
just,
that a few times. I thought it looked pretty good.
yeah, well,
Let's put that in the game plan.
but apparently that's not Bear ball. See, the new Bear ball is, hey, we'll spot you 2 scores,
Mhm.
and then we'll start playing football, huh?
Yeah.
That's how good we are.
Like, wait a minute. It's not even halftime yet, guys. We're not even warmed up.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. And then, like, what was most perplexing is like, okay, finally the offense wakes up. 16 unanswered points, man. Just craziness,
Just boom,
right?
boom.
Two
Yep.
point conversions, everything. We're going for the throat. Then we stop them. We get the ball, and I'm like, here it is. And then we just went flat.
Yeah.
The offense didn't do shit after that. And it was
And
like,
we punted.
yeah. It's like, what the fuck? We went back
I
to first quarter Bears.
yeah.
Like, what the frick?
I literally put out in our chat, would you have gone for it there? Because I had zero confidence that we could slow them down or stop them. Zero.
Zero.
So, and I get it, man. It's the ultimate choice because you're on your own side of the 50. If you go for it and fourth and Loveland doesn't make the catch, now you gave them 3 points right away anyway. Instead, you punt it away. They bleed the clock all the way down. We can't get a stop. And then we lose it that way anyway. It was like a
Right.
lose-lose situation.
And
I don't
that's
know.
where that little video clip is making its rounds on Twitter of Ben Johnson on the sideline mouthing, I should have went for it.
Mhm.
Should have gone for it. And it's like, oh, you.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Learning curves for coaches too.
Yeah.
But still, he was, and yeah, at that moment when you asked in the chat, I was like, I don't know.
No.
I
Yeah.
sincerely, I don't know what the right answer is here. Our team sucks from top to bottom. So I don't know what the right answer is here. But obviously, in hindsight, and Monday morning quarterback, and we
Yeah.
can say, yeah, you know what? You should have went for it because if you didn't convert, at least you give Detroit a nice short field. They're either going to get 7 or 3, but you got plenty of time to have the ball back and you have one more
Yeah.
chance at a drive. But instead, we punted. And of course, our defense can't stop a nosebleed. So they march right on down. We're burning clock. Field goal. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's I get it, man. If he would have went for it there and they didn't get it and then they lost by 3, he would have been crucified
Yeah.
in the media. 100%. A ton of fans would be like, "What the fuck?"
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I don't know. But the first half offense lately has been terrible. In the
Awful.
beginning of the year, especially after the bye, we went on a string where it seemed like the first 10 to 15 plays, we were on fire,
Right.
scoring left and right, scoring on opening drives. And then lately, the last month, it seems like the opening drive script is just garbage.
Right. They can't get it rolling. Like you said, they don't warm up to the second half and they're down by 2
Mhm.
touchdowns.
Yeah. You can't do that in playoff football, ladies and gents.
No,
It's
that's what's so like I'm not humdrum about it. I'm not excited either. I am glad that it's Green Bay because out of all the teams in the playoffs besides us, Green Bay's got to be one of the weaker teams in the playoffs.
mhm.
Just facts. That's
Yeah.
just it. And so I'd rather play them. They're our rival. You're coming to Chicago. The crowd's going to go nuts. That place is going to collapse because it's going to be just shaking from the roaring crowds. And so we have advantage there. But if we just come out flat and play like we did against Detroit, man, it's a
You're
wrap.
gonna be hearing crickets
Done.
again. Look
Yeah.
at what that stadium was like this week against the Lions when that whole first half that they were just getting run up and down the field on. That crowd was not into it until the fourth quarter. You could
Right.
hear a freaking pin drop in there. And
Yeah.
finally, after they scored, it started to juice up. So if you're down 20 points at the half or 10 points or 17 points at the half, that thing's going to be,
A,
silent
a,
again.
a library.
Yeah.
Advantage Green Bay. If so,
Mhm.
that's a worry for that game. If Green Bay does come out firing on all cylinders and we're still struggling from our carrying over into the last game, from the last game, like you're going to take the crowd right out of the game
Mhm.
because they're going to be like, oh, here we go. It's fucking taking a shit on Saturday Night Football, first round of the playoffs. Here we go again. Bear
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. We'll talk about it on Saturday. Actually, we're going to talk about it Friday because the
Friday night.
game is Saturday.
Yes.
So we'll put our thoughts together for that. So for you guys who have joined us, just a heads up, little scheduling note here, and we'll go back over it at the end. We're talking Friday, 8 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
8 Central. So with the Saturday playoff games, Saturdays could be a little bit hectic for us, so it'd be real tough to get one in. Plus, there's going to be a playoff game on before the Bears. So, granted, it's the Rams and Panthers, but the last time the Rams went into the Panthers, they got spanked and turned the ball over 6 times, I think. So,
Yeah.
I don't see a repeat performance in that, but we'll save that for the trip around the playoffs.
Yeah. but what Wedge was saying, we're do our pregame for the game Friday night, 8 Central. But yeah, tonight we're just kind of sulking over the Lions. Guys, drop comments in the chat. We love it. We want to hear what you got to say. What'd you think about the game against the Lions? We pretty much already know, but to let us know in the comments. We'll read them out loud. We'll cry about it or be pissed, however you want to, depending on what stage of grief you're at right now.
Right. We'll bro hug it out and then move on.
And move it on. Yeah. But man, just what a showing. What a terrible showing. It did remind me a lot of again, week 2. Just offense couldn't do nothing. Defense couldn't stop them. I had said like within middle of the first quarter, I go, well, our defense is picking up right where they left off against the Niners. The invisible defense. Oh, I know this defense. This is invisible defense. I don't know what the hell we're doing. And then, Brisker post game, they ask him, and he's like brutally honest, saying we got out schemed and we ran man all night and there was no help in the middle. And I was like, oh my God, Brisk, you're going to be in big trouble in tomorrow's meeting.
Yeah. Well, he was right. The middle of the field was open for business.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Amon-Ra cashed in day in and day out in that.
Is Christopher here? Because I think he almost called it. He said Amon-Ra 200 yards, which I'm sure he was pretty close, and 3 tutties, but I don't think he got any. Did he? He got one.
So
Did he
Amon
get any?
Ra went 11 catches for 139
Oh,
yards, no
139.
touchdowns. But yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I remember Christopher saying that he was gonna get his, and
It was
he was
looking
right.
like it. Yeah, it was looking like it. He was going to get that 200
Yeah,
because
I mean,
there's
he was
just
just every third down. It was like, well, he was like the Colston Loveland of the Chicago Bears. Every third down, he got the pass, and
yeah,
every third down, he was open. A
yeah.
little outbreaker,
It gets so fucking frustrating because is there not anybody on defense who's going to say, "Hey, it's going to St. Brown."
Mhm.
Okay, when he lines up there, it's going to him. Oh, nothing, nothing. Just fuck it.
No.
Just let him run it and catch it and book it. It's like he's in full stride as he catches. It's like, oh my god. I just, you know what? Just again, I just can't get over the. And this isn't going to change throughout the playoffs. The Bears continue and move on. You not having a pass rush,
Mhm.
this front four is just it's abysmal. Credit to Austin Booker. He's got a high motor. Ain't fucking doing shit. He's got a high
Mhm.
motor. You see him out there. He's busy. You don't hear Sweat's name all fucking game. He got a half a sack. But you don't hear his name all game. You don't hear Grady
Grady
Jarrett's
Jarrett.
name all fucking. What did Big Dex got him? He got him a sack too. Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
You don't penetrate, like you don't run stuff. You don't do shit. Our front four it's disgusting. It's literally
Billings.
disgusting.
Yeah, Billings
Oh my
is
god, Billings,
lucky
yeah.
that there is a playoff game because his ass would have already been fucking cut. Like graded damn near the worst D tackle. He's like graded 100 and something out of like 112. And you think about that for a minute. Like, so everybody starting D tackles would mean that there are 64 D tackles. There's 112, so enough backup D tackles got into the rotation. And you're ranked worse than most people's backups, and he's eating snaps for us. That's not the only thing he's eating.
No.
That dude, I wouldn't mind standing next to him because I'd feel skinny. And I'm not a pro athlete.
He's a big fucking dude, man.
And
Like too big for football.
yeah, he's like, he needs to be that D tackle from Florida where he walks around with the weight vest all damn day while everybody's practicing, shedding some pounds.
I don't know what kind of time he has left on his contract. Oh, I hope this is it so they can let him get on up. Giddy up.
I heard something where if they cut him this year, they save that $8 million to the cap.
They
Deuces.
save 8 million.
Yeah, you
Oh
save.
yeah,
8
peace
million.
out, homie.
Yeah,
Peace out.
your shit's gonna be packed by the
I'll
end
send you
of.
a care basket.
Mhm.
Pizza puffs and stuff in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude,
Sport peppers. I'll hook you up, but you're getting the fuck out of town.
big old jar of Chardonnay. Yeah,
Like big
bro.
for nothing. Like I remember like the dude from Green Bay for so long. What was his name? Gilbert?
Gilbert Brown and BJ Raji. Yeah,
Dude was also a massive human being, but he was moving shit. He was disrupting. Like Billings again. Again, when we brought him in, he was a run stuffer. He was good. I enjoyed watching him play. I'm like, all right, this guy's good stuff to run. Last year, even maybe a little bit, but I think he had a pretty decent injury last year, so he didn't play a lot of football. But then this year, he hasn't done shit.
no, the only thing he's stuffed is his face.
Yeah, and I think that might be a detriment for offensive and defensive linemen to be playing for Chicago because we have some of the best food in the country. And you just can't say no to deep dish. You can't say no to pizza puffs. You can't say no to the Italian food. You can't say no to the Chinese food. You want it, Chicago's got it, baby. Mr. Subs, Italian beefs, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Speaking of Mr. Subs, man, had one last time I was down there.
Oh,
so good.
Yeah.
Steak burger, baby. I literally had to
Ooh,
go and be like, "Do you still have the steak burger, son?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "King size that bitch."
boom.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go. Yeah,
Nice.
still delicious. So,
Are
anyway.
are Chicago portions still proper?
Mhm.
They
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
shrink flate?
No.
Oh,
Nope. This was all that and then some with that fresh bread.
yes.
Ah, and they don't put too much lettuce on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
My my heart beats still for Mr.
Mhm.
Subs. Godly.
I almost sent you a picture, but I didn't wanna be cruel. I
Oh, no,
sent
you should definitely send me pictures of food. I'm that guy.
the same dude who ran it when we were kids, when we were riding our bikes up there or walking up there,
Yeah.
same dude is still in there.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Get the fuck out of town. Nice.
Mhm. So that
Business
dude's
is
been there
good.
for 30 plus years he's had to be doing that, so
Business is good.
mhm. Makes me wanna go visit the folks just to do a foodie tour.
You know, at some point they'd catch on. They'd be like, "Why is it every time you come visit us, you've got like you bring in your little lunch bag
Yeah.
of wherever you stopped?" Well, what are you talking about? I want to see you guys. I missed you.
Hey.
And I just figured, Tommy's is right down. No, I'm just kidding, or wherever you might stop. It's right down the street. I just figured I just a little
I
snack while I come
don't
visit you.
don't want you to have to cook for me.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with
I don't
that.
want to be a trouble. I don't want to be a bother. So I got a couple Chicago dogs and a beef combo. What's the
Mhm.
problem?
This
Oh,
is
combos.
it's an interesting division for me personally because I have a lot of family in Michigan, so I get to hear from that. My cousin was texting me. He's like,
Ooh.
"What the hell is going on? My phone is blowing up and all this and that." And then the Bears fourth quarter starts going on, and I was like, "I bet you your phone's real silent for the last 15 minutes, isn't it?" He's like, "Actually, it's been 25." And then, of course, they go in and they blow it. I'm like, "Okay. Sorry, dude." So he had to deal with the double loss and um where I'm at, man, if they lose to the Packers, I hear it for forever. I've been dealing with it forever. And damn it, I don't want to deal with it anymore because
Eh,
we're good enough.
yeah. And there's gonna be a sour taste in all of our mouths until week 1 next year
Mm,
if we lose this freaking playoff game. To lose
yeah.
to the Packers, we haven't been to the playoffs since 2018. Something like that. Yeah, 2018. Is
Yeah.
that it? No, that
20,
was the last home playoff game. Nagy backed into the playoffs at like 8-8 or
yeah.
something. We backed in,
2020, I think.
got our ass whooped by who the Saints.
Yeah.
But either way, the losses suck more when they're against that disgusting team from the north.
What did you think of the balls on Dan Campbell when he tried to call the old Philly special pass to Goff again?
Yeah, and that whole thing got blown up.
Yeah, Brisker was on it.
They should maybe look for an OC this
They,
offseason.
they fired their OC, as a matter of
Mhm.
fact, so they will
Yeah.
be.
I think they should check out, they should bring in Matt Nagy for an interview. I think he'd
So
fit well there.
funny you say that, and we'll transition into this to kind of go over this. But Matt Nagy's name is being mentioned as a
He
hot head coach prospect for many of the
oh,
teams that have vacancy, and now there are 7 teams that have vacancies.
ooh, ooh,
Yeah. So obviously, the latest one, which happened yesterday, was Harbaugh. Um,
yeah,
we know Brian Dable got fired during the season. That was right after the Bears game.
right, yep,
Brian Callahan from Tennessee, he's gone. Raheem Morris got the axe on Black Monday. Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland, he's gone. Pete Carroll, one and done, he's gone.
crazy.
And Jonathan Gannon in Arizona, he's gone. With Harbaugh, there are 7 openings. I bet you that Nagy lands one of those. if I had to speculate, I would say the Tennessee Titans
I
would.
hope so.
Yeah, that franchise deserves him.
I hope so. You go to Tennessee, Matt
Mhm.
Nagy.
Go fix Cam Ward.
Yeah, try that out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what? He'll fuck around and bring in like Andy Dalton,
Mm,
because he doesn't want to work with a fucking young quarterback. He wants to bring
yeah.
in a veteran to run his awesome offense.
Well, honestly, that's not a bad idea. Look at what it did for Caleb. 2021 was the last playoff appearance, yes.
Yeah.
So, where they got smoked by the Saints. Um, yeah, there's something to be said about having a veteran with a young quarterback to kind of show him the ropes, how to prepare, how to watch tape. Because we know Shane Waldron didn't watch tape last year.
Oh, I
So,
didn't mean to bring in a veteran to coach the kid up. I meant
oh,
to actually start.
oh, wow. Okay. That's a hot take.
Yeah, he didn't bring in Andy Dalton to help Justin. He
No.
fucking brought him here so you didn't have to play Justin.
So if he rolls into Tennessee and says, "Hey, this is my plan," he's rolling right back out.
I
He
mean, I'm
better
sure
learn
that's
this phrase. I love Cam Ward.
yeah, I think that's probably going to be mentioned at the interview. So, what do you think about Cam Ward? Because you're fucking starting him.
Yeah. He's a number one pick, and yeah, we want him to be the next Patty Mahomes, minus with two good ACLs.
I can't even believe his name's being mentioned.
Yeah,
Like his
as a top
offense,
prospect.
his offense sucked. It literally sucked.
That's the power of the Andy Reid tree.
There was no rhyme or reason to shit. Like
Mhm.
like what I love about Ben Johnson in this modern Bears offense. Again, I hate to compare real life football to Madden, but in this regard, it's comparable. It's when I play Madden and you're going to play competitively, you run out of certain formations. And
Mhm.
out of that same formation, you're running all of your offense out of it. Because then the defense, like he's always lined up in this. Sometimes he's successful with running out of it, other times he's successful passing it. I don't know what I don't know what he's doing, but he's always in this formation. And we do this, right? We see a lot of the same formations with Ben Johnson. Well, it wasn't like that with Nagy. Okay. If it's a jumbo set, oh, they're running it. And that's what we're doing. There was no pass out of that. We're gonna
No.
fucking run it. Or he'll do the I formation when he got desperate because his run game sucked and he started running I formation and then they were having success out of that. Well, then the next play you're in spread. Like, gee, I wonder what they're gonna do here. And then
Mhm.
sure enough, it's a pass. And it's like, oh, your offense sucks, Nagy. It's when I'm sitting on my sofa calling out what you're about to run, like that's problems.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
If I know, something tells me the guy who's getting paid $5 to $10 million a year knows what you're doing
Yeah.
too.
The
I
guy
don't
with
know.
the green dot on the back of his helmet, he knows
Yeah.
totally what you're running. Like it sucked. And so, wow. Yeah, the power of the Andy Reid tree, huh?
Mhm.
You know what? Good luck to the team who hires Nagy. I'll be watching with much vigor and joy.
Mhm. Watch it be like the Raiders, and the Raiders go and replace Geno Smith with Justin Fields, and he gets stuck with them again.
Oh my god.
Talk about karma.
Write that down. Somebody clip that because wow.
If that
Yeah.
happens, I didn't put the Swami hat on. I don't have the Magic 8 Ball. Those are my 2 key tools, but yeah.
Oh, would that be so it'd be a comedy of errors.
Oh,
A Greek
yes, it would.
tragedy.
It would,
Uh
and I would tune in every week to watch
yeah.
it.
Yeah. I'm scoreboard watching. Whatever team Nagy is coaching, I'm scoreboard watching all season.
So the
Going,
Jets have
yep.
a top 3 picks. Um, they're talking quarterback, obviously.
Sure.
So Justin, the words on the street, he's getting released again. So he's going to another team.
They
And
still
he
owe him
just,
$20 million.
yeah. But nowadays, I
Yeah.
mean, they cut all their high expensive stars, or not cut, they traded
Oh,
them
that's
away
right.
this year.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So,
Wow.
but yeah, I mean, the rumors that are going on out there right now are absolutely crazy. There's a couple that make sense. John Harbaugh is going to find his way onto another team in no time. Um, I was telling you the story that I heard as soon as he got cut. Even though there was 6 openings outside of the Ravens, 7 people called his agent,
Yeah, he'll be
looking
hired
for
tomorrow.
interest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He'll be
So we'll
hired
see.
by tomorrow.
Mhm.
One bad news with all that is the general manager of Atlanta was fired, and talks about Ian Cunningham possibly getting his shot at the big time
Yeah.
in Atlanta. So
I didn't have time to verify this, but I heard one person say that if they sign him, the Bears could get like 2 third-round compensatory picks.
I
I'm
heard
like,
that last
yeah,
year. I heard that. So I wonder if
1
that still
for
stands.
yeah, 1 for next year and the following year, which, you know
Okay.
what? Okay. I mean, so the tie for that is that the Falcons are talking about bringing Matt Ryan back into the organization
Oh, right.
as like the president. And Matt Ryan, Ryan Poles were old teammates. There's a connection there. So that's why this thing is getting heated up so much. And where there's smoke, there's probably a little bit of fire there.
A little
And you
bit.
know what?
A little bit.
For Cunningham, good for him, dude.
Oh yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Dude's a dude's a great assistant GM. It's
Mhm.
great. And so yeah, let him, and I don't really think at this point Ryan Poles would really need him because
No.
now he's tied at the hip with Ben Johnson. So
Yeah. That's I mean, you do that. It's always looks good for you when, 1, as a GM, if your draft picks are hitting, and 2, if your assistants are going to run other organizations.
mhm.
That's a feather in your cap. We'll talk about this draft and, probably go a little bit more in depth in the offseason, in terms of that. But I mean, polls starting his tree too, right? It's just like the coaches. Spread your fingers around. Paul's coming from a great organization in the Chiefs. Let's hope that Cunningham can now be coming from what we call a great organization from the Bears,
Right.
and then go from there. And I'm sure the offseason turmoils and stuff in Chicago for the last several years probably stunted Cunningham a little bit. And now that it's put together right, probably looks a little bit more attractive as a
Oh,
candidate.
for sure. I mean, especially when they look at last year's draft class,
Mhm.
when they're like, I don't know, man, the guys that these guys picked are all more than contributing.
Yeah.
Colston Loveland finishes the season leading the team in receptions and yards. Is that right
Mm,
too? Receptions and yards?
well, I just so happen to have the stats up because that's what I do. Yes, 58 receptions for 713 yards, 6 TDs.
Yeah. The the leading receiver on our team is our rookie tight end.
Mhm. And our
Woo!
third leading receiver is also a rookie that we drafted this year in Luther
Yeah.
Burden.
Yeah.
47 for 652, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Hmm.
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 Yeah.
So offense is looking good, ladies and gents.
Yeah. Again, young, high powered, the reliable,
Mhm.
real NFL talent. I mean, Burden is going to blossom next season into something we ain't ready for.
Yeah.
And then with Colston doing just what he did right now, yeah, do that because that's really good numbers for a tight end stats,
Yeah.
right? For a tight end, you're like, right, that guy had a good year. Well, he's a rookie, so he's just going to get better and better. So Wonder what he's up against with Tyler Warren now as that season's over. So you got the stats up? I'll look up Tyler.
Yeah, I got the Bears. I would love to see while you're looking that up. I would love to see how many of these catches were on third and fourth down to move the chains. I mean, it seems like he's good for a third or fourth down conversion a week. You know, what do we say? Third and Loveland and fourth and Colston, or vice
Yeah,
versa? Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. All right, here we go. Tyler Warren, 76 receptions for 817 yards, 4 touchdowns. Averages 10.8 yards per catch.
Colston Loveland averaged 12.3.
More tutties too. 2
Yep.
more touchdowns.
Okay, so he's got a few more catches, a few more yards. He started in the offense a little bit earlier.
He
Like
did,
these
right?
rookies had to earn their way into the starting lineup. Plus, Loveland had that
Shoulder
shoulder
issues.
injury in the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
which slowed him down a little bit. So I can't speak to what type of a blocker Tyler Warren is, but I can speak to the type of blocker that Loveland is. And I've
Mhm.
seen him put NFL defensive ends on their ass more than once in this last season. So maybe I'm biased. Not maybe. I am biased in this. Give me Loveland. You know, I will take Loveland all day long. He's a bigger threat downfield. He's more of a matchup nightmare. He can
Yep.
line up in the slot. I'm pretty sure Warren didn't line up, flex out of the formation nearly as much as Loveland did. So yeah, I mean, give me this kid. This kid is a gamer
Yeah.
every
Baller.
which way. Mm-hmm.
Up until last week, he the best hands on the team.
Mm-hmm. And nobody had any hands last week. We didn't even touch on that yet.
So the year's totals, do you have this up? I can Google it if you don't, because this is one. Everybody who's like uh, Caleb ain't the guy because of his completion percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's look at who has the most drops. What
As
team
a
has
team,
the most drops in the NFL? Who
I
do you
do
think it would be
not
first?
have that up, but Karnak says it's our beloved Chicago Bears.
Ding ding ding.
Well, when you have 8 of them in one game, you're really, setting the bar low there.
You can't have a quarterback with a higher completion percentage if all the receivers are constantly dropping balls. Caleb can't go out there and catch it for him.
No. So how many total drops was it?
So I'm trying to find it because Google's bullshitting right now because it's not current. It says as of early January, the Chicago Bears had 29 drop passes for the current season. 29? Bullshit. It's not 29.
Yeah. So I got a listing, but it doesn't say how many total drops they had, which is kind of bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Like, what kind of stat page are you? God. Let's try Fox Sports. Okay. So I got the breakout per person, which is going to be interesting. Jameson William had the most with 12. Jerry Judy. Let's find some of our guys here. Kyle Monungai is in the top 25 with 6. Oof.
He's got
Monungai,
6
come out,
alone.
buddy. Yeah. So I'm guessing we have a bunch with around 5 because he's the only one in the top 25 that I found. So, whew. Here we go. Cleveland Brown with 35 drop passes. Yeah, no, that site's kind of weird.
I mean,
But
this here, somebody on Reddit says the most pass yards lost due to drops during the 2025 season. This was 2 days ago, per Next Gen Stats. Caleb Williams, number one, 404 yards lost to dropped passes.
it's almost 10%. Good Lord.
So he would have been a 4,000 yard passer.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to really get this drops number.
Yeah, because it's not an officially tracked stat. So
Unless that's it. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that it's 29.
yeah, 20. That's the list I just pulled up too. Jags with 45, Broncos with 43, Chiefs with 30, Jets 30, Bears 29. Huh. Interesting.
Maybe I'm in denial. Maybe is 29 a lot of drop passes? I'd say.
Yeah. It's damn near 2 a game on average. I don't know. I don't know.
It feels like more.
Yeah.
But that's all right. But that is a lot of drop passes. I guess out of those 29 drop passes, 404 yards are in there.
Estimated, and could be more, could be less, I'm sure. So what's so we said 29 passes, right?
Yeah.
I'm just calculating what his completion percentage would be on the fly here. 63.2 if those passes were caught would be his completion percentage.
Why? Because what did he end with? Like 60%?
This is saying 58.1.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
So
yeah. 330 for 568 for 39.42, 58 yards short of 4,000. 27 TDs to 7 picks. According, I think, to Pro Football PFF grade, he finished 16 out of 32 quarterbacks, right in the middle of the pack. It'd be curious to see, and we got to remember, right? We still got to put this in context. This is only year one. He's 18 games into this offense. Soon to be 19. Let's hope that 19 there's another breakout performance here.
Right.
Everybody's 0-0, as they say, right? 0-0. Got to win the next week. It was a pretty interesting week altogether. Just with all the other games and all the uncertainty and stuff, which made it pretty cool. We're talking, if we're starting to talk a little bit about playoffs, let's talk about the last time that the Bears lost 2 games. What they follow that up with? Do you remember how many game winning streak?
A 4-game winning streak or 5?
4 game, right?
Yeah.
They do that again. Guess what? We're hosting the Lombardi.
Hoisting, yeah.
Rename it to Hallis.
So Ben did say that as well. Post game press conference, it said, "Yeah, we've lost 2 games in a row to start the season, and then we went on a 4-game win streak." What did he say specifically? He said, which we've done multiple times this year.
Mm-hmm.
Gone on 4 and 5-game win streaks. So he was pissed. Like his press conference, his and Caleb's, they were both fucking pissed. Which is good.
Yeah.
They ought to have been.
You're backing into these playoffs, which obviously makes all of us fans just super concerned right now. Like, what's going to happen? It's why we have the uncertainty and the doubt and the fear and the anger and everything else. But that's the best part about being a fan, right? I mean, it affects us for 24 hours, and then we get to move on a little bit easier than what the players do. So,
But it is unsettling to be going into the playoffs on a 2-game skid.
Mm.
Sucks. Not a great feeling.
If you want the silver lining, the Packers are coming in on a 4-game skid.
Okay, that's you know what? That does soften the kick in the nuts.
Right, exactly. Now it's just like a nut tap real quick. So
Yeah,
the old stack
I
tap.
only got kicked in one. They didn't get them both.
Jordan Love hasn't played since they played the Bears last.
Yeah, might be a
So
little rusty.
he hasn't
And
had
then
any
again,
game
like
experience.
the Bears, like I know we'll talk about it Friday more, anyways. But just initial thoughts, right? Just take a page out of the Ravens playbook. Yeah, somehow combined
Mhm.
Manungai, the run guy, with Swift, and have them become Derrick Henry. Just
Mhm.
ram it and ram it and ram it and ram it and just enough where like the Green Bay's linebackers are like, I can't. I'm
Right.
tapping out. I can't. you know.
You pretty much flipped the script on what they did against the Bears the previous time. The Packers ran the freaking ball 40 times. 40.
They might do it again on us because we ain't got no fucking run defense.
Tell you what, if they do, I better see a lot of D-Jacks in there. DeMarco Jackson.
Yeah, so that's another guy that we haven't seen a whole lot of. I think he
Mhm.
actually got more snaps this last game than he did against the Niners because I don't think he got any against the Niners.
Yeah.
But we still need to see him more because that's the other guy. All right, if we go down the list of the Bears defense, I said earlier, Jalen Johnson, he's not 100%, and it
Mhm.
shows. Tremaine, not the same guy that he started. Like the ball he was playing before he got injured is not the same ball he's playing now. So that
Mm-mm.
tells me also not 100%. TJ Edwards, although he looks a shot side better than Tremaine, also not 100%. I don't know what's going on with Swift, but he's got to be nursing something because he's non-existent. Or is that just his style of play and I'm still getting to know him?
Yeah. I agree with you. Edmonds, since he's been back, has been horrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a shame, too, because he was a monster the first half of that season.
Yeah.
All over the field, making plays, picking it off. We're at
Yeah.
the point right now where a turnover for this defense isn't good enough. It's got to be turnovers,
It's got to be
multiple.
4 of them.
Yeah,
It has
minimum
to
of
be
2. 2 to 4 recommended, right?
yeah.
Because if they don't, that they struggle. They
Yeah.
struggle. Like we said at the beginning of this game last year, we just need an average defense, man. Doesn't have to be lights out.
Yeah. We're not
Average.
asking for the 85 Bears.
No,
We're not asking for the 2000 Ravens. Just average, please.
average. Yeah. Give up 100 yards a game rushing and 225 through the air. Hold a team to 300 yards. You know, average. I'm good with that.
I
We
think
could be average there.
in the last 2 weeks, they've given up 1,000 yards of offense in the
That's
last two
not
weeks.
average.
No, that's the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
You're
That's
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
yeah. That's the concern,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um
Are they
can
tired?
this
Are they getting exhausted? Is that the flatness we saw? Are they exhausted? They're all tuckered out.
can we just get a good better best chant at the end of a game this week?
I miss it. I haven't
I do
heard it in
too, man.
weeks.
That's
Weeks.
that's why I feel flat today because I haven't heard it in a while.
Seriously.
Like
Good, better, best. Never let it rest. I know. You just
yeah,
they're letting it rest. They
yeah.
they they put it on the back burner for a couple of weeks.
The
Oh my
offense
god.
is right there with them. They let it rest in the first half for the last several weeks. So it's we had that one explosion against San Francisco in the warm weather. They came out, throwing it all over the place. And listen, if they win this game, there's a path in which they're going to be playing the 49ers again. Um, it's either, let's see, the Eagles. If the Eagles win, they play the Eagles, assuming that the Bears win as well. So they could see some of these teams coming up, man. And it's who knows what's going to happen. That Eagles 49ers game is going to be interesting. Um, let's see what the reigning champs do as they get ready to defend their crown. Do they turn? Is it one of the teams where they whole hum it through the season and turn it on for the playoffs, like
Maybe.
the Chiefs were before that 15-2 season?
Right.
I
Maybe.
don't know. But what's the best part about this is we don't have to talk about them because we have our own team in the fight.
I know. It's
And
again, it's nice to be, our football season continues one more week.
Mhm.
Hopefully quite a few more weeks, but at least we're guaranteed one more game while everybody else is hate watching.
Yeah.
All you Lions fans and you Packers fans
And you
hate
Viking
watching.
fans.
They're harmless now. The Vikings are,
Yeah.
I think they're in trouble for a little while. Good coach or not, you guys got JJ McCarthy. So
Quarterback problems, yeah. We'll
yeah.
see. I mean, JJ's got to do something next year because that will be year 3. He was a first-round quarterback. He got 5 years of control with a 5th-year option, and if he doesn't produce next year, old JJ's going to be holding a clipboard for the rest of his career. Best
Mhm.
case scenario.
Yeah, and they'll be quarterback shopping, which again, you don't want to be in that purgatory. Take
Nope.
it from a Bears fan.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that purgatory. You don't. And if that's where they end up, I'll be happy. I'll take that. You guys work it out, and we'll just make sure we beat you twice a year. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're good.
You'll be all right.
One of the things within the division, Flores is a hot name for head coaching job, so he might be
Oh,
out of there too. So they might lose their defensive coordinator. No stellar defensive coordinator,
yeah,
no quarterback. The Vikings might be in the NFC North doldrums for a while.
that'd be great.
Boy, that would be a shame, huh?
That would be just a pity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no more fucking zero blitz defense. Awesome.
Yeah. Blitz 70% of the time.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That was filthy. I remember when we reviewed that Vikings game, his average was it's like 50-55%, but when he went against Caleb, fucking 70.
Yeah,
Like,
they lit him
holy
up,
shit.
but they won that game. So, and he was pretty good against the blitz that game, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the thing when we're talking about stuff like that. You think about the last game that the Bears dominated against a primarily zone defense, which the Lions played a ton of zone defense. The Bears probably had their best game against the team that played primarily zone defense against the Cowboys. Like, why can't we find the holes? Are we just too used to being able to hunt down field?
Well, I don't think Caleb really had a whole lot of time to against
True.
Detroit. I mean, they were kind of up his ass quick, more than Dallas was. I don't.
It's kind of mind-boggling where you would think that a head coach who is as offensively proficient as Ben Johnson would be able, even if they were planning on mostly man and they switched to zone, would be able to change the game plan like that with zone beaters.
Right.
Because most of his plays, you split the field in half, right? As they say, 2 receivers on the left are your zone beaters, 2 receivers on the right are your man coverage beaters, right? That's how most of these plays are designed. That's why QB's got to read a defense. And it's I don't I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think, as I'm talking it through, the thing that I'm coming up with is when this team can't generate the explosive plays to get the juice going, they can bog down if they have to go 4 or 5 yards at a time. And this team's not used to that. Led the league in explosive plays.
You beat me to, I was gonna say
Yeah.
they're used to explosive production.
Mhm. And I don't know if that's just an impatience thing with this offense. It could be twofold. It could be an impatience thing with Caleb, could be Ben Johnson
Could be
because he's
Ben.
hunting, you know.
Yeah.
And then when the run game's not getting the explosive plays, now you're really in trouble. And it just starts compounding. And that's kind of what it felt like. It just felt like the walls started crumbling in one brick at a time in the first half. And then by halftime, it was just a complete cave in.
Just
And you had to dig
pile
your
of
way out.
rubble.
Yeah.
Pile of rubble, and you're trying to maneuver
Mhm.
out of a pile of rubble. Which I thought, again, when they scored those 16 unanswered, I was like, about time you guys caught fire. But then just as fast as they caught fire, poof, it
Yeah.
was gone. It was over. And I was like, oh my word. I keep replaying Ben in my head when he said, oh yeah, we went with a simpler game plan. Like, could that have been it? You went simple, and so word of advice: don't go simple anymore.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Keep the main thing, right? This is their saying. Keep the main thing the main thing. Install your offense, sir.
Mhm.
Don't simplify it. What you think you could simplify it against the Lions? We all knew at home, and the players would have to know this if we do at home. I was like, I know this game doesn't mean shit to the Lions, but this game means something to the Lions.
Yeah.
And they're gonna give us every fucking bit we can handle because they're probably like, here's a one final fuck you on your way into the playoffs. And that's exactly what they did. And they delivered,
Yeah.
and it's like, golly, man.
They take pride in that role. They've been in that role for a couple seasons. The
Sure.
last 2 seasons a little bit different because they were in the dance. But
Right.
before that, that's what they prided themselves on, is just fucking these teams over going into the playoffs. Beating
Yeah.
them, costing them a seed, costing them a playoff spot, whatever
Yeah.
the case may be.
Or
And
just the overall spoiler. Like, again,
yeah,
shitting on our parade. We should be going into the playoffs like, but instead we're going into the playoffs like, oh,
yeah,
we made it to the playoffs.
we
Okay.
backed in, right? Not quite like the Packers, but I mean, we at
Yeah.
least clinched.
I
So,
don't, I wouldn't say we backed in. We earned that shit. That's
yeah,
11 wins. They earned it. They didn't.
definitely,
They backed into the 2.
yes, exactly. They backed into the 2 when Sirianni decided, I don't give a fuck about seeding in the playoffs. And I hope that comes and bites him in the ass. I really
That would
do.
be that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic if
Mhm.
they just get annihilated by San Francisco.
Or if they, win that game and Chicago wins and they got to come into Soldier Field and they get punked again.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would
Except
be
at
even
our
better.
house this time.
Yeah. Instead of 25-17 or 12 or whatever it was, you go out and trick roll them a little bit. We'll see.
God, man, it's just like after that loss, man, this is going to be like the longest week. Work sucked a little bit more than
Yeah.
usual. It's going to suck. This week's going to drag on a little bit more than usual. Saturday night won't get here fast enough.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited and I'm happy. Like, playoff football, fuck yeah. The stadium, I'm happy for my fellow Bears fans who get to go to the game and scream until their throat, they won't be able to talk for like 2 days. Their
Mhm.
throat's just going to be so coarse. It's just, it doesn't feel right because we
Yeah.
lost the last 2 games And with that last outing against Detroit, it just looked so flat that I'm a little concerned. I'm a
Yeah.
little worried. I'm not not my chest ain't out going into
Mhm.
Saturday night. Now I'm a little hunched over and
Yeah. Yeah, got the walking with the swag. Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm self self-soothing now when my arms crossed, and this is not the Iceman thing. This is
No.
like, it's okay, Ezra. It's okay. They're professionals. They're gonna brush that one off,
Mhm.
and they're gonna come out like bats out of hell on Saturday. You'll see. You'll see. But I thought we were gonna see that against the Lions. I thought we were gonna match.
Yeah.
We didn't. The team looked lost.
Yeah, and that's probably what the most disappointing about this thing is, right? They had so much to play for.
Yeah.
The only thing that tops what they were playing for in that game is what we're playing for this next week, right? You win, you lock the number 2. You win, Ben Johnson gets revenge against his old mentor.
Yeah.
You win, you get to bang your chest a little bit harder because you ran through the North and you have a
Well,
pretty good record
eh,
against the North,
3 and
right?
3 we would be
Yeah,
in the North, but instead we've got a losing record in the division.
yeah, which doesn't sit right either, right? Because 6 of
Mm-mm.
your games are back in the division next year,
Yeah. Oh,
obviously.
did you see that the schedule's already out?
I did
Did you
see it.
see the lineup of teams we got next year?
Mhm. The Bears, based off of the 2025 record, have the hardest schedule next year with
Yeah.
the combined winning percentage of all teams at 55%. So, listen, if they make it back, they're gonna earn it every step of the way, and there better not be any fucking talk about, "Oh, this is the worst 4-2 team in the NFL." Bullshit,
Yeah, they
right?
can't be saying that shit next year
No.
if we got a winning record.
It will it will inevitably be a true testament of what's going on. Hey, and to the victors go the spoils. In this case, those spoils are rotten with you're playing all the division winners from outside your division. And what's the conference that they have? They have the NFC
I'm gonna share
West,
it.
right?
I'm gonna share it.
So they got the Rams, they got the Seahawks, they got the Niners again. Um, yeah, you got Jacksonville, much improved team. The Jets,
Yeah.
okay, we feel pretty comfortable about that one. The Saints again. The Bucks don't scare me.
We got the Bucks.
Yeah,
The Imploda Bucks.
yeah. Uh, Baker forgot to put some yeast in his bread for the second half, man. That thing didn't
But yeah,
rise at all.
this right here, Seattle,
Yep.
Carolina, Buffalo,
In their new
of
stadium.
course,
Mhm.
our division. The Jags are on fire. We do the fucking Eagles again. The Patriots, the red hot Patriots.
Yep.
And again, in our division.
Mhm.
This is not going to be an easy one next year.
So I count 5 games outside of the division that we should win next year, right? And I'm sure we'll do our preseason picks at a kickoff show next year, but I like our chances against the Bucks, the Saints, the Jets. I like our chances against Dolphins, uh, Atlanta, the Panthers. Those are all super winnable games. So what is that? 5, 6. If you split your division, that's 9. And then you got to beat 1 or 2 teams that were playoff teams last year, and that's the formula. So, but hopefully for the division, you're talking more like 4 and 2,
4-2 would be fantastic.
right? Split with Green Bay, split with the Lions, and sweep the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the formula there. But we'll see, man. I mean, we got swept by the Lions, we split with the Vikings, we split with the Packers, and that's where we were at. And the Lions, um, you finished at 9-8. They quote unquote had a down year, and we got swept by them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The fucking Lions lost to Minnesota, who ended the game with 3 yards of passing.
The difference there, Lions turned it over 6 times. Multiple turnovers. You can win a game if the other team turns it over 6 times with 3 passing yards.
Right. But just what a fucking letdown. What a fucking letdown that game was. And with that, we can hear from the boss himself on what he thought of the game. For everybody's favorite show, Wheel. Oh, nope, not that one. Coach Speak, everybody.
Coach Speak. Bring it to us, Ben. I feel like the disclaimer should start scrolling down the screen.
Oh, man. If anybody needs to read the disclaimer, it's down in the description. Click the description, read our disclaimer for this segment of the show, because some fans might find it offensive. Some might think it's gross, and I promise you it's not. It's hilarious. Just bear with me. Sorry, I'm dilly-dallying here trying to get it queued up. Bear with me. Make sure the crowd's in order while I'm doing this.
Hey, listen. This segment's all in good fun. We don't go out and aim to offend anybody out there. It's just our interpretation of what coaches wish they could say, but they can't. So we get to make that decision on what they really want to say, and we put our 2 cents into it. So always a fun segment. We've gotten great feedback on it, so get ready, and we'll get ready to do a little bit of coach speak with you. I think last week's went very well. Boy, is this our 4th week now doing it, or 3rd? I think it's 4th.
I think it might be the 4th.
Yeah. Yes. So we enjoy doing this segment as well. This is, our interpretation of what Ben Johnson is thinking through, what he really wants to say versus him being friendly to the media. So we always have a good time with this. And we use a lot of colorful language when we do this. So stay tuned.
Let's get this party started.
Welcome, Ben. Thank you for joining the show. I understand it was a difficult week, but I know you got to fulfill some media obligations, so we're here to help you out, man.
We're here with you. We're gonna portray the message that you want. I know you're bottling it up. You're an angry man right now. You look at that look on his face. We're gonna help you. We're on your side.
You going first, or am I?
I think I started last time. You go this time. Yeah.
Bring it.
Listen, excited about the new opportunity here. Turn the page and start this new season that we keep talking about. I think it's a great opportunity in front of our home crowd. Can't wait to see what that looks like on Saturday night. And I'll go ahead and open up from there.
We'll go first to Pat.
Man, am I glad to turn the page from that game, and we got the playoffs in front of us, because I really don't want to talk about this. This is going to be a long presser.
Finley, go ahead, Pat.
Hey, Ben, are you going to bring Kyler Gordon back to practice this week?
That's the hope.
That's the hope. And how?
Probably not. I think we've seen the last of Kyler Gordon. As a matter of fact, Kyler who? Kyler Gordon.
I think we've seen him a few times.
I'm gonna have to get. We're gonna have to circle back to this one.
Hold on, I gotta Google that shit.
Yeah, I don't know Kyler Gordon. Next question.
How did CJ Gardner-Johnson check out? Is he still in the protocol?
Oh yeah, yep. Protocol is a week-long thing.
Yeah, our boy got knocked the fuck out. So he thought he was on the planet Mars. We had to bring him back to Earth, and he's here with us now. So, yeah, I mean, one thing we don't mess with is a scrambled squash.
We'll go next to Dan Weeder. Go ahead, Dan.
Ben, obviously you've experienced the sort of intense survive and advance dynamics of the playoffs. How do you articulate for your team this week what those sort of entail?
You can try to describe it as much as you can, but until you go through it yourself firsthand, I think that's the best way to learn. I think we got a lot of veterans that have been here before, so they know what that's about. And they can certainly share those experiences with the younger guys. But my experience has been this is where the details and the fundamentals come out to the forefront. As simple as it is, it's the blocking, it's the tackling, it's the proper catching of the football, ball security, taking the ball away. It's all those little things that show up the most when the lights are the brightest.
Yeah, until you've had your testicles snarled in a bear trap, you can't explain how that feels. So we have a very young team who's about to experience just that. The veterans we brought in will try to explain it as best as you can. But like I said, until your testicles are caught in that bear trap, you don't know what that feels like. So we might be in for a bumpy road.
Some of your veterans have sort of echoed that sentiment that there's obviously the big game juice that comes with these types of moments, but you have to convert it into precision. Do you have a formula for getting guys to understand how to turn that sort of energy into the fundamental execution that you need?
No, I wish there was a secret sauce. I think it's really it starts with the type of people that you have in the building, and that's kind of been something that we've highlighted. The guys that we brought in, both from a free agency perspective, but also with these draft picks, that they're going to be poised under pressure and that they're going to rise to the occasion when the lights are bright like this.
Listen, man, Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face, and that plan goes right out the window. You want to talk about formulas? Well, I know one formula that didn't work, and that's the juice that we got prepared for this Lions game. Turned out that juice was poisoned. So we're going to try a different formula this week.
Next to Courtney Cronin. Go ahead, Courtney.
Hey, Ben, a couple of the guys talked yesterday just about you've lost 2 games in a row before and you've rebounded from it. And I know early in the season, you took the approach with that pretty intense Wednesday practice. You called out their championship caliber practice habits that they didn't have at this point yet. Can you pull back on anything from, I guess, going into week 3, knowing that it's a different part of the season, a new season? Is there anything you'll use from that experience to get them flushing the last 2 games?
You're doing it again. You took 5 minutes to ask me a fucking stupid question. The question was so long, I don't even remember what the question was. Is this like a 2-parter? We do this every week, Courtney. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I can't. My attention span doesn't last that long. Oh my God.
Can you pull back? You called out their and you've rebounded yesterday just to
Go ahead, Courtney.
Do you see how fucking long that was? How long I had to rewind that? Okay, let's try this again. This time I'll focus.
Hey, Ben, a couple of the guys talked yesterday just about you've lost 2 games in a row before and you've rebounded from it. And I know early in the season, you took the approach with that pretty intense Wednesday practice. You called out their championship caliber practice habits that they didn't have at this point yet. Can you pull back on anything from, I guess, going into week 3, knowing that it's a different part of the season, a new season? Is there anything you'll use from that experience to get them flushing the last 2 games?
No, I mean, we're a different team. I think the end of the regular season and the start of the postseason is just a natural new start. And so, I think early in the season, we didn't know who we were quite yet, and we were just in a race to improve. And that was really what the messaging was about. This is a little bit different because we're going to be on a short week against an opponent that we know really well. They know us, we know them. And
Okay, yeah, all right. So look, this is like your typical a woman bringing up old shit. You're talking fucking the first 2 games of the season, and you're wanting to compare that to where we're at the 2 games we just lost. You're trying to compare those 2. They're not even comparable. The team that we are now is light years away from what that team was the first 2 weeks of the season. Yeah, another stupid fucking question by her genius herself. Thank you. Next question.
And so, yeah, it is a little bit of a different deal, but I expect these guys to come in tomorrow as we get going in our prep. And, it's a long season, early bye week and all that. And yet I expect them to come in and have a new sense of energy about them because I think it's going to feel a little bit different.
And is there any way to identify the most correctable thing on defense right now on a short week?
I mean, we got a number of areas that we could play better. But at the same time, I mean, the number one thing is that we're looking to limit the opponent with their points. And you're saying you left that game with a good offense and they only.
Courtney, first of all, who the fuck gave you permission to ask me 2 questions? Right? We're being a little selfish here if we want to be honest here, Courtney, are we not? But what can we do to fix a defense that we've been running for 18 weeks in 6 days? Well, Courtney, we're just going to build a bunch of robots and throw those guys out there who are going to play completely different, who will be dressed in our Bears jerseys. Hopefully they'll be okay for you. If that's, going to work out for you, if you want to meet these robots, I'll be more than happy to show you these robots because I really like robots, Courtney. I mean, let's just fill the rest of this conversation with just useless gibberish that is like pouring out of your mouth. So I'm going to talk about robots. How about that? How about that, Courtney? No, we can't do anything different. We only gave up 19 points if we're talking about points, Courtney. Okay? So we did okay in that part. Our offense was missing. You should watch this Everything Bears show and listen to their cold opening. It wasn't necessarily the defense. It was the offense. Was that long-winded enough for you, Courtney?
Touche, coach. Touche.
Scored 19 points, 16 up until the last 2 minutes of the game there. And so I thought our defense played well enough for us to win that ball game. And I know we want to clean up the yards and we want to get off the field faster and we want to create more possessions for our offense. Those are all part of it. And there's ways to get that done. But at the end of the day, the number one objective is to limit their points. And so I'm gonna keep that the main thing with our defense.
Go next to Kevin Fishbane. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, Ben, I know every game is its own entity. With some of the slow starts, how do you approach that this?
He's doing the thing again.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. I told you.
It's
when Courtney asks her fucking questions that he starts biting the inside of his cheek. I'm telling you. I'm picking up on these patterns. There's something to it.
This week, obviously, every game you want to start fast, but especially home playoffs, considering the struggles you guys have had early on. How do you kind of attack that this week?
I don't think there's anything different. I trust the process that we put in. I'm not gonna all of a sudden start changing up the calls. It's we work all week on these things. We practice them and we feel good about them going into the game. And so
I'm sorry. I just did the same thing to Kevin Fishbane. I just Courtney'd Kevin Fishbane. I got to go back.
I think that done. Main thing.
See, with some of the slow starts, how do you approach that this week? Obviously, every game you want to start fast, but especially home playoffs, considering the struggles you guys have had early on, how do you kind of attack that this week?
I don't think there's anything different. I trust the process that we put in. I'm not gonna all of a sudden start changing up the calls. It's we work all week on these things. We practice them and we feel good about them going into the game. And so, I think it's just like anything that we've done all season long. Is if there's something that needs to be addressed, we bring it up. We make it a point.
Yeah. So I literally have these guys run the plays over and over and over again until they barf, until the play looks perfect. I'm not going to change that. I don't know what was up my offense's ass this game. It was unacceptable, but I'm not going to change the way I'm coaching these guys. If they're fucking tired, that's too goddamn bad, because this is going to be their biggest game of the year this week. And so I'm going to run the piss out of this offense.
Of emphasis, and the guys usually do a really good job of finding a way to fix it.
Along those lines, what is your message to the guys tomorrow in terms of what happened yesterday? Obviously, that game's done, and you really have to turn the page quickly, but there are some correctable things. I mean, how do you approach it with the guys tomorrow when they walk in the building?
Yeah, we'll make our corrections, and then we'll quickly turn the page. We don't have time to sulk on what happened yesterday. And they understand that. We talked about that at the end of the game. And so I think we're gonna be good turning the page, but the things that need to get cleaned up, we're gonna clean up.
Kevin, you're sneaky, buddy. You got 2 in too. Took a page out of old Courtney's book over there, huh? Yeah, no, we have to turn the page, man, because if we're all down in the dumps and everything else, we got the Packers coming in, man. I really don't have to do much to get these guys jacked up here. It's the Packers, right? We got to win this for Bears Nation. Think about all the babies that would be made that night if the Bears beat the Packers. It'll be a whole new baby boom. We'll have a new version of Chicago Boomers. Can't wait.
Birth rates.
Go next to Jason Leisure. Go ahead, Jason.
Ben, I have 2 questions for you about your communication with players.
Well, what's with these guys? What's with the 2 questions? Coach is starting to get fucking irritated with the 2 questions. Again, I don't know who gave you permission. It surely wasn't. It wasn't Kevin Warren. Kevin Warren didn't tell you guys to get asked 2 questions.
I blame Courtney.
I think she's the one who starts it, right? She's the first one that comes out and just butts her way in to ask 2 questions, and then the other reporters are like, "Well, fuck that. If she gets to ask 2, I'm asking 2." It's bullshit.
You had said after the game yesterday, when you talked to us, that you had already made very clear to the offense your feelings on how things had gone. How was that received?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I fucking ripped them a new asshole at halftime and at the end of the game. And how was that received? They were crying. This is a new generation of players. They cry. I made them cry. The only one who wasn't crying, Joe Tooney, because he's a fucking soldier. That's why. He wasn't crying. But yeah, Rome didn't even play. He was crying the hardest.
Fairly well. We'll see what it looks like here this week. That's really the end all be all is the response we'll get over the course of practice. These guys, they're pros. They know. I didn't tell them anything that they didn't already know. So,
like you guys suck. Mm-hmm. You guys were pathetic. A JV high school team could have fucking converted and executed at a much better rate than you guys. They know. They're professionals. They know.
They're a bunch of lollygaggers.
We're capable of a lot on offense. The standard is very high, and when we as a unit feel like we've fallen short, we call it out, we address it, and we get better from it.
And you've picked
Listen, man, these guys are pros. I don't have to go in and tell them they suck. They know when they suck. And if they're true pros, they're going to work on the craft, man. I don't have to get all up in their ass. I ain't their daddy. So, yeah. Next question.
picked different times this season going back into the summer to light a fire under the team about something. How do you decide when is the right time to do that?
Yeah, I wish I had you just trust your gut. And like I said, it's the role of the head coach is not to be a cheerleader. It's to say it like it is. And so,
Yeah. I keep the fire lit under their ass 24 hours a day. I never let up. Coach of the year, okay? Regardless of the 2 losses. I have these guys performing at I am lighting a fire up their ass all the time. Who the fuck do you think you are questioning me of what get the fuck out of here. All right, coach got a little angry there.
Yeah. Good thing this is
something pops up and I feel like it needs to be said, then I say it. If I don't, then we keep it moving. But I think we got a great group of guys. So we got a prideful group. We've earned a division title. We've earned the number 2 seed in the NFC. Those are things.
Careful, coach. Careful.
Listen, did they win enough games to be in the 2 seed going in? Yeah. Did you end up with the 2 seed? Yeah. Okay. But we're treading water in shark infested waters here, coach. Something might get bit off here.
Careful.
That we're certainly proud about, and at the same time, the season's not over. It's just starting for us, and our guys understand that. We can play better than what we played at the end of the season, and that's really our expectation here going forward.
Go next to Phil Thompson.
You want to take that or take the next question?
Let's go next question here. That was kind of a response from the last one. Long-winded.
Go ahead, Phil.
Thank you, Ben. So my question is, with this being Caleb's first playoff experience, how do you manage that in terms of his mentality or mechanics? What conversations do you need to have with him to guide him into this?
He's played in a lot of big games over the course of his life. I think he's primed and he's ready to go. He was built for these moments. He plays his best when we need him to, and so there's really not a whole lot that needs to be said.
All right, Fred, was it Fred? This is what I really do. I sit him down at a little table, like the little kids' table, and I serve him a little cup of tea and say, "Now, Caleb, this is a really big game for us. We would really like to see fourth quarter Caleb all game. So, drink up and we can really use you, buddy. Okay? Like, we could really use you. So let's go out and just have some fun and make some new friends."
Just needs to be him.
And then secondly, with facing the Packers a third time, is there a chess match that kind of goes on where you have to tweak things with your game plan or pull out certain things? Like, how do you manage that with seeing a team that many times? And
is this your first time fucking watching football? Is there like it's a fucking cat and mouse game for 60 minutes, dummy. Yeah, you got to make adjustments, and sometimes you call run, and just when they think you're going to call run, you throw a pass, and then there's play action, and there's all these variables, and you mix and match, and then you're throwing curveballs, and then you're throwing the changeup, and then what the fuck? Is this your first time at Hallis Hall? What were you covering soccer before this? What a dumb question. I know you were late in the line. And everybody asked all the good questions, and that's what you fucking came up with? Give me Mark Harmon. Mark Harmon comes up with beautiful angles on questions. This guy, what the fuck?
Should have stopped
Short
at
order.
one question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have stopped at the one. See what happens when you get greedy?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that we'd like to highlight and we'd like to attack. You know, we know them, they know us, personnel-wise, scheme-wise at this point. And so the good news is in the National Football League and really anywhere, there's a million different ways you can run plays and a million different types of plays that you can run. And so I don't think we're going to have any shortage of ideas here this week on offense, defense, or special teams.
And why would it take this journalist to ask him the question for him to have to say that? Again, are you new here? Are you new? Are you new to the sport? I mean, geez Louise, man. I can't. You got the next one. That question really just pissed me off. Now I'm biting the inside of my cheek.
Go next to Adam Johns. Go ahead, Adam.
Here we go. Finally, somebody competent. Adam Johns.
Hey, Ben, kind of going off that, last night after the game, you described your offensive plan as one of the simpler plans of the season. I was hoping can you expand on that and add more context to what that actually means?
Yeah, we ended up going into that one wanting to play fast, and we knew that their defense created a lot of multiplicity, and so we wanted to be sound. And because of that, we had a little bit less shifts and motions going into that game plan than what we've had probably since the bye week. And that's really what the simpler game plan was talking about.
First of all, dude, pay your Comcast bill because your audio is awful.
Yeah.
Time to upgrade to that 300 megabaud per second stuff there. Maybe even go to fiber. I don't know. You know, all you young kids know what that's all about here. But let's talk about this game plan. I really didn't want to give away any new plays that we were putting in, so we made this shit vanilla. And unfortunately, I should have made it chocolate because vanilla didn't taste good for the first 3 quarters. All right. And then we started eating chocolate. You following me here, man? And then in the 4th quarter, chocolate really took it over. God, Courtney's just got me on robots and pudding now. I don't know what to do. Chocolate, okay? We want chocolate. Next.
Go to Pat Finley.
And then on Caleb's interception, when you look back at Caleb's interception in the end zone, where does Durham Smythe maybe fit in the progression for Caleb on that one?
Yeah, if he feels like he doesn't have the deep ball, then he'll throw it to Durham Smythe.
Stupid. How about that? That's all. That was it. That's stupid. Yeah, that's where Smythe is on that progression. If Caleb doesn't think he's got the deep shot, he throws it to Smythe. You just answered the question with your fucking question, dummy. I'm sorry, Adam Johns. I love you. This is just a bit. Okay, it's just a bit.
It's been a long.
Go to Pat Finley.
This has been a long group. It was a tough loss. Okay, we're all upset around here.
We're all pissed off. Talking about robots and pudding.
Finley.
Hey Ben, Tyreek Stevenson didn't play at all yesterday. That's obviously a change. What prompted that?
We felt good about where Shawnee and where Jalen were, and we wanted those 2 guys to take the bulk of the snaps.
It's none of your fucking business. That's what's happening.
Go to Dan Wiederer. Go ahead, Dan.
Ben, you're obviously bothered by yesterday's offensive performance. When you went back through the video review,
You fucking think? Good. Hey, somebody get Wiederer a fucking button. He won today's prize. The Captain Obvious fucking prize. No shit, Wiederer. You think?
of it, what do you find most notable that can be addressed quickly?
Oh, it can all be addressed. We're not far away. You never are in this league. You're really close. And so we just got to clean up some of the mental errors that we had. I think in the first 11 plays, we counted 6 mentals as an offense. And when you're facing a good team, you can't do that. And so we'll clean that up. We'll be a lot sharper here going forward, and we're going to be okay. But when you have 8 possessions and 3 of them are 3 and outs, it's just not the recipe for good football.
We were eating vanilla pudding. We wanted chocolate. We wanted chocolate.
But Billings got to it first. There was no more chocolate left after Billings. Billings came out of the cafeteria with chocolate all around his lips, and we knew we were going straight vanilla.
Straight vanilla, boys. No, listen, man. You know what? To be honest with you here, we're just going to go back to, preseason. If they fuck up the play during practice, I'm kicking them off of the field. Because then they're going to feel the true pain of what it's going to be if they don't come out and execute. They'll get kicked off of the field for the rest of the year.
Last 2, we'll go Phil, then Pat. Go ahead, Phil.
Thank you. Ben, what experiences from what things from your past experiences in the postseason with other teams do you think most inform you going into this playoffs?
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
What?
I think I know what you're asking, but
I sincerely need to hear this question again, because that wasn't even a sentence.
No, it's a bunch of fragment words.
He just lined up a sequence of words and said them. And what the fuck? Let's go. I'm sorry. We got to go back. Wow.
I think it goes down.
Pat. Go ahead, Phil.
Thank you. Ben, what experiences from what things from your past experiences in the postseason with other teams do you think most inform you going into this playoffs?
Yeah, that's not even a coherent sentence. That it fragments of sentences jumbled together.
Yeah. That
when you analyze word for word isn't even a real fucking question. What school did you go to?
The School of Hard Knocks. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Let me try to interpret. So, Ben, with your previous experience on playoff teams, what type of those experiences can you bring to the Bears to help that translate into this year's playoffs?
Oh. You're fluent in jarbled mess?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's really the question. All right. Let's see if look at the look on Ben's face as he's trying to figure out the translation that you just gave. He's like, was that a fucking real was that English?
I think it goes down like I said before, I think when the stakes are higher, I think you got to focus on the little things a little bit more. And so catching the football when it comes your way, making sure you're tucking it properly, making sure that we play with good pad level, making sure that we're tackling well in space, all those things that once again aren't necessarily the most fun to talk about to the casual observer. Those tend to get highlighted even more in the playoffs.
Yeah, so we got to do the basics better. Tackle, block, catch, run. The shit that's not exciting. Just the basics. We should really just focus on the basics. If we do the basics really well, that should help us than what you saw the last 2 weeks.
Opinion.
We'll go last one here to Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Dan!
Paging Dan. Is this thing on?
Ben, what's the short week here? How much does that inhibit what you're able to do practice-wise going from Sunday to Saturday?
We've been doing this all year long. We've had long weeks. We've had 7-day stretches. We've had 6-day. We have 5-day stretch in there. We're really built for this at this point. So I feel really good about the schedule, the setup. I know our guys will be prepared. I think the biggest challenge anytime you get on a short week like this is just making sure physically that the guys are doing everything they can to get their bodies recovered. But they've done that all season long. I would expect this week to be no different.
Listen, man. The Bears, I've brought these guys to the point where we're on primetime quite a bit. It's just like a Monday night game that you play on Sunday. Same amount of days. It's not magically different because it's Saturday or Sunday to Saturday. Still the same amount of time. We've done this once or twice before. It's a common opponent for us. We've prepped for them 3 weeks. We're going to tweak a little bit, but the majority of the game plan is going to be the same that it was for the previous 2 times that we faced them. It just so happens we faced them in the last 6 weeks twice. Here's a little something for you reporters. You want to hear something goofy? The last Packers win was against the Bears, and the last Bears win was against the Packers. Outro.
Thank you for showing up. Everybody get the fuck out of Hallis Hall now. Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
What a collection of shit. And I hate to say this. This isn't the first time I've said this either. Sometimes our reporters are just a letdown.
Yeah.
It's just like it makes me feel like I should go to take some journalism so that I can maybe get a shot. I could take a bite at the apple, because with these fucking questions, my God.
Mm-hmm.
This is what makes the bit so fun.
Yeah. How about this for a question? Hey, Ben, we noticed that your run game was not as effective as it has been in previous weeks. What would you attribute that to? And is it something to be concerned about? Or, hey, Ben, what's your philosophy for writing the script for the beginning of the game? Are you thinking that you want to go chocolate pudding, or are we staying vanilla pudding? Right? I don't know. Hey,
maybe some whipped cream, a dab of whipped cream on top, little cherry.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe throw some motions. Said you didn't want to throw too many motions. That might have been what hurt the passing game, because he said not a lot of shifts, not a lot of motions. Well, then how the fuck is the quarterback supposed to know if it's zone or man?
That's why you do it. Right?
That's why you do that. So if they weren't doing it too much, I maybe need to rewatch the game. There's no way I could stomach watching that game again, but that's fun. Coach speak. That is a lot of fun. We're going to probably get ourselves a couple good little shorts out of that one.
Yeah. Robots versus pudding.
Robots and pudding. That's where, and good old Courtney Cronin's going to be like a running joke. Pretty soon she's going to tweet one of us.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, she's going to send us cease and desist letters.
Well,
I'll accept them. You know,
yeah,
you can't stop us from talking. And we have the
No.
First Amendment.
that's true. You can say whatever you want.
And it's all
CC.
in good fun.
Yeah.
Read the disclaimer.
Courtney, I'm sure you're a great person. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I'm sure you're a great person.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. She's
We
like the
love
hardest.
Courtney on the show.
She's one of the hardest workers in Chicago sports media.
Mhm.
She's like everywhere. She's on ESPN, then she's a guest starring on some podcasts, and then she's going here, and then she's interviewing Caleb, and like she's, you know, she got an exclusive with Caleb. Did you watch that interview? It was great. It was good. But just, you know, it's a low hanging fruit when we're doing our bit. That's a comedy bit.
Mhm.
You know, we don't mean nothing by it. Again, we respect all Chicago's sports journalists. Full stop. All right.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, look at if we didn't care about you, we wouldn't make fun of you. That's how we show we love.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were pretty equal in dishing out the what the fucks for everybody today.
Yeah, everybody got it.
Yeah.
It was a frustrating press conference. The day after a heartbreaking loss like that, that was embarrassing. Ben was embarrassed. He was pissed. Caleb too. We could do quarterback speak. I'm sure Caleb's interview was was awful. He was pissed off. He was frustrated. Did you see that one play? As a matter of fact, that was a good indicator. So they line up, they run a play. Everybody goes left and Caleb goes right. Well, the play was Bupkis, and after the play was over, he was fucking yelling at his fellow teammates.
I love that shit.
You know,
Yep.
like yeah,
Get on their ass.
Yeah, you got to. Did you hear me fucking say, you know what I called in the huddle? Stupid, listen.
Yeah. Tom Brady did it. All the greats did it. You
Yeah,
fucking
hey,
chew their
man.
ass. And guess what?
Yeah.
They're not going to fuck it up next time, are they? Because
No.
I don't want to get my ass chewed by Caleb Williams. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
But it gets results. Yeah. You can't argue with Tom Brady. Right? What are you gonna say? He comes over. Would you fucking block? You know, you're like, okay, all right, God, all right. I'll block.
Sorry,
I'll
Your
be
Highness.
better. I'll be better. Yeah. 6 rings. 6 rings. I'm gonna argue with
Yeah,
that guy.
sorry. My hands are hard to hold up this high because they're weighted down with all this gold.
You're right. Yeah. So, you know. But anyways, that's always a good time. That was funny. Yeah. 30 of yous. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow if you're on Twitter. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you're on YouTube. We usually get a bunch of comments from y'all, but you know, the 31
Yeah,
of you,
let it
nobody's
quiet
got nothing to say. It's Green Bay week. How about before we sign out, you give us a fuck Green Bay in the chat, huh?
Yeah.
Come on,
Post a
be in the
little
spirit.
FGB.
You know, shake off that loss. It's over. Shake it off. Shake off that loss from Detroit. We're on playoff week. Green Bay week. Here we go. Here we fucking go.
So we are going live next week, 8:00 Central, Friday. I guess it's
Friday.
technically this week.
It
right?
is this week, yeah.
So let's wrap up with our
with our pick'ems.
with the pick'ems. It was not a good week for the old pick'ems. I wish Learn was in here. He's probably too busy trying to update his profile picture to the cub and the bear instead of the kitten and the lion.
Oh yeah,
I'm putting this one on Learn. Thanks, Learn. Profile picture jinxing us. All right, man. It was not a good week for us in general. No.
We lost money this week.
Most of us did.
Oh shit.
You made it. You're wearing the crown this week at 9-7. You missed Carolina. You missed you missed Carolina. You missed the 49ers. You missed Cincinnati, which I did too. Let's see. You missed Philly, Baltimore, and we all missed Chicago. So you came in at 9-7. Learn came in at 6-8. Unfortunately, his fish did not come through for him. Him and I both picked Dallas, who got trick rolled by the Giants of all people.
Yeah, I picked the Giants. Woo!
Yeah,
I knew it.
You did. Who knew that Dak would leave that big of a steamer on the last game? So, he picked Arizona over the Rams. Silly boy. We all picked KC. How the hell does KC lose to Vegas by 2 points? If you're Travis Kelce after that game, can you retire after losing 14-12?
I hope
to
so.
Vegas.
I hope so. Go on tour with Taylor. Go on. Just go on tour.
Yeah. Philly didn't play their starters. We weren't privy to that info. Baltimore was wide right. And Jim Harbaugh has left the building. So, yeah. So it wasn't good. I finished at 8-9. Learn was 6-8. He didn't get a chance to pick the two early games, Saturday games. Boy, that NFC South, what a dumpster fire that division was.
What a shit show.
Yeah, like nobody wanted to win it. Panthers back in with a Falcons win. I mean, now watch. I can't even say that they're going to go on a run because
watch them go on a run.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Rams aren't going to turn it over 6 more times against them. And I watched some of that game, and it was brutal to watch. I watched the first quarter. I watched the fourth quarter. I couldn't watch anything in between. It was just brutal. But so Friday, we got playoff pick'ems coming up. We're going to talk about the Packers. Round 3, right? The rubber match.
Yep.
However you want to put this for all the marbles this year. Not quite an NFC championship game like it was the last time they met, but first round, and you have no chance if you can't make it out of the first week.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hopefully the juices kind of build back up for this game. I'm already starting to get excited for it, but I tell you what, man, if we won this game, I'd be feeling a lot better. That's for damn sure.
Oh, dude, I'm going to be, if we win, I am going to be, no, I can't do it. I was going to do a show, the whole show with my shirt off. But it's not that serious. We should win this game. The Packers are an injured dog. I know injured dogs are very dangerous, but the Bears are, I don't know. With this defense, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me snap back into reality real quick. With this defense, this could be a very tough game. Could be a very tough game. Could be a long one, actually. If the offense can't keep pace and we can't stop the run and we can't stop crossers, I don't know. I'm excited, though. I'm filled with excitement and joy because it's the regular season is over. We could take a look back at the season and say, wow, what a season. What an awesome season. That was great. We've exceeded my expectations anyways. Again, I thought we'd be 8-win team, 9-win team. No playoffs, nothing. No playoffs. No. Just one game over 500 and enough to say, man, Caleb's QB1, man. QB1. And he's fit. He fit right into Ben's offense, and this marriage is totally going to go. Well, we can say that now we made the playoffs because we got 11 wins, and it was good enough to punch our ticket into the tournament. And then by happenstance, certain teams losing, we back into the second seed, and we have a home playoff game, boys and girls. This is like, it's been great. It's been fun. I know it's not over, and we need to win this Friday, but just talking about the 2025 season, it was a win. I'm glad we were here for it. I'm glad you guys joined us on all the shows as well. It's been great.
Yeah, same thing, man. I can't wait. If they win this week, I'm going to be calling a lot of local sports shows up where I'm at, and I'm going to be
Ooh.
introducing myself to them. Hey, this is Wedge the Bear fan. How you guys doing this week? So, but anyway, yeah, man. I'm excited to do this next show. So join us Friday, 8:00. You can search for us. We're starting to get on other socials. We're on TikTok now. It's in its infancy, so we're building it, but we are out there. The.everything.bear show. So come find us out there. We'll be posting out there a lot of our shorts. We'll also be posting when we're going live a little bit before the show goes live, so you guys can catch us there and then see highlights of the show if you miss one. Another great platform that we're really looking to dive into.
Yep. And with that,
it's a wrap, baby.
Everybody be safe. Bunker down. Make sure to get your supplies for Saturday night's game. And until then, bear down, everybody.
Bear down.